হ্যালো স্টুডেন্টস, আজকে আমরা ক্লাস 6-এর অ্যাস্টার বুকের ইংলিশ অ্যাস্টার বুকের দ্য ওভারকোটের কোয়েশ্চেন অ্যান্সার করাবো। তার সাথে ফার্স্টে আমি কিছু ওয়ার্ড মিনিং বলে দেবো। তাহলে চলো স্টার্ট করি। ফার্স্টে দেখো ওয়ার্ড মিনিংয়ে আছে পোক মার্কড, কভার্ড উইথ মার্কস অর স্কার্স, sanguine, hair reddish brown color, perpetual, never ending, titular, holding a purely formal position without real power, despotic, associated with or typical of a leader with great power, zeal, enthusiasm, undress, casual or informal, inordinately, more than expected or usual, gratification, pleasure, barbarous, unfeeling, layout, spent. এবার শুরু করছি কোয়েশ্চেন অ্যান্সার। নাম্বার 1, হোয়াট ওয়াজ আকাকি which employed as Akaki which worked as a government clerk and a copyist in an office. Number 2, what was Akaki which good at doing? Akaki which was good at copying the letters and document that come to the office. Number 3, how did the young officials treat Akaki which in the story The Overcoat? The young officials treated Akaki which dreadful. They laughed and made fun of him. They even threw bits of paper over his head and called them snow. They taunted him and annoyed him whenever possible. Number 4, why did Akaki which take the overcoat to the tailor? It was time for the northern cold to arrive, and Akaki which realized that his coat was getting worn out and took it to the tailor, hoping that the tailor can just patch his coat. Number 5, who was Petrovich? How did he help Akaki which? Petrovich was a heavy drinker and worked as a tailor, who was a considerable success in repairing the trousers and coats of officials. Petrovich helped Akaki by creating a new overcoat for him and made it for the lowest possible price. Number 6, how did Akaki which save money for the overcoat? Akaki required 80 rubles for a new overcoat. He has 40 rubles saved, and in order to generate the remaining half, Akaki resigned to extreme scrimping and saving. He stops drinking tea in the evenings, burning candles, and walks softly, almost on tiptoe, in the streets in order to avoid wearing down his shoes. Eventually, he also stops eating dinner. At first, Akaki finds this changes difficult, but eventually he begins to adjust just to save for this new overcoat. Number B, reference to the context. Number 1, it would be difficult to find another man lived so entirely for his duties. Number A, what were Akaki which's duties? Akaki which worked as a formal titular, counselor, and a copying clerk in an unnamed department of the Russian civil service. His duty was to copy and every paper, document, or letter that were handed to him. Number B, what was the man's attitude to his work? Akaki did not merely work for money. He did not only work with zeal but with love. In the copying office, he glimpsed a whole varied and pleasant world of his own. Apart from this copying, nothing else existed as far as he was concerned. Number C, why was the speaker's tone in those lines? Akaki worked for the Russian government as a copying clerk, which was not a high-paying job but was sufficient for him. He worked with love and not merely for money. He loved his work so much that he didn't even care about the disturbances or nuisance created by his co-workers. He didn't even care about his dress or the way he looked. Even after coming back home, he straightway started copying after having dinner somehow. Even when there was no extra work from office, he copied letters for his own gratification. Thus, the speaker said the above words about Akaki. Number 2. When he went into the street, he must walk as lightly as he could. Number A. Who was being talked about here? Here, Akaki which was being talked about. Number B. Why did he need to be careful in his way? He needed to be careful in his way because he needed 80 rubles for a new overcoat, and it was one of the many ways by which he was trying to curb his expenditure and save some money. Number C, how did he save up? এখানে যে কোয়েশ্চেন নাম্বার আমি 6টা তোমাদেরকে বলে দিয়েছিলাম, এই যে হাউ ডিড আকাকি বি সেভ মানি ফর দ্য ওভারকোট, এই হোল কোয়েশ্চেনটা তোমাকে এখানে নাম্বার সিতে অ্যাড করতে হবে। ওকে, তো আজকে ওভারকোটটা আমি কোয়েশ্চেন আনসারগুলো কমপ্লিট করিয়ে দিলাম। ভিডিওটা লাইক করতে ভুলো না, তার সাথে চ্যানেলটা সাবস্ক্রাইব করো, বেল আইকনটা প্রেস করো যাতে প্রত্যেকটা ভিডিও নোটিফিকেশন তোমরা সবার আগে পেতে পারো। কোনো ভিডিও যদি মিস হয়ে গিয়ে থাকে ডেসক্রিপশন বক্সে সাবজেক্ট ওয়াইজ প্লেলিস্ট করা আছে, চেক আউট করে নিও। তো আজকে এইটুকুই, সবাই সুস্থ থেকো, ভালো থেকো, মন দিয়ে পড়াশোনা করো। বাই, টেক কেয়ার।